All right, we are back. It's easy. I apologize for the couple week delay. It's more of an apology to myself because I said I was going to be consistent with getting videos up. So no excuses. Gotta be present. Got to get these videos out. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna start with the current resale market for Jordans, for retro J's. Just kind of going through here. Gamma 11s. This is all size 12, my size. So small feet gang, your market might be a little bit different, but overall, I'm sure numbers are pretty similar across the board. It's 2026. We know the sneaker resale game is not very crazy right now, and this is a capitalistic, or this is a time, not a capitalistic. This is a time where you can capitalize on the resale prices of sneakers. So I want to go over the current resale for retro Jordans right now. Gammas are holding up. I've said in the previous videos, all black Jordans will sell, and you see that with these Gammas right here, 321 for a size 12, and then same with the Jordan 4 Black Cat 4. So you already know that if it's an all black retro Jordan, it's going to sell. Jordan Brand could sell any version of or any 1 through 14 retro, make it all black, and it'll sell. I'm sure they will start doing that. And then you got the Jordan 4 Flight Club. I like that it's next to the Jordan 4 White Cement. This shoe is just not a need. I said this on my Instagram. The Flight Club, that is. I said that on my Instagram, especially with the White Cement that just came out last year in 2025. This is just a filler shoe, and 185 is a little too much. Especially for resale price. I wouldn't even consider this shoe, considering I have the White Cement 4. There's just no way I would consider buying this Flight Club unless I could get it for like $140, $150 with everything included. That's tax, fees, all that. So 185, way out of that range. That's before fees and shipping and all that. A lot of Jordan 4s on here. That's what I've been saying. The fatigue is going to start coming. I can already see it now. Uh, so no surprise there. Cave Stone's pretty wearable, around 200. SBs, I'm kind of shocked that those are still at 276. But yeah, I mean, overall, you just see the retros, the Taxi 12s. People will call for this shoe forever, man. People were calling for this shoe since the last release in 2013. And I thought it would do much better than this, but it's sitting at pretty much retail 207. Another OG Jordan 5 Fire Red Black Tongue. I still need this shoe. 198 sitting at 200. And then you got the Bugs Bunny 8 186, which I like because I still need those as well. Again, I can't buy any shoes right now for the foreseeable future. I'm taking a 5-month break. It started at the end of December. The Gamma 11 was my last sneaker purchase. Not that long ago. It was about 6 weeks ago, but I'm not buying any shoes until probably late May, early June. But there's shoes that I have on my list that I need to come back and get. So this is a good time because, like I said, 186 for those 8s, and I envision them going down more. And then, I still need these Jordan 1 black toes. I mean, look at that price, $120. The resale market right now, depending on how you look at it, in my opinion, the way I look at it is this is marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. And then, I mean, you can get the military blues for 200. So nothing out of the ordinary here. The only thing that's out of the ordinary that is pretty much not affordable in today's age is the all blacks, the Black Cat 4 and the Gamma 11. because after fees, it's not affordable in 2026, in my opinion. Other than that, you can get anything you want for damn near retail. And here's another one: the the Jordan 9 Flint Gray. That was my next topic of discussion. These released last weekend, and this was the first release since 2002. And I remember my dad having a pair of these, and I think they crumbled, but they did. I remember seeing them at a young age and be like, these are pretty nice. And that had been towards the end of his purchasing Jay's, timeline. I don't think he was really purchasing them after 2002, and maybe a couple pairs here and there, but retros, that had to been towards the end for him. But that was a fan favorite. A lot of people like that shoe, including me. I don't have a ton of nines, but I like cool gray colors. This isn't quite cool gray. But look at that price, 167. That is an amazing price, especially for a shoe that just released last weekend. And the retail price is $215, and that's before tax, before shipping. It's too much. It's too much. The retail price for retros, especially retros like this, good color, but not like an OG color or anything like that. 215, man. After fees, after shipping, you're only the only people that are running out to get them right away, like the weekend of, are people that they have the extra funds and they don't care about saving 30, 40 bucks. Or people like people on YouTube that are doing on feeds and trying to talk about the shoe, stuff like that. But if I were you, there is no reason to run out and get these retro J's weekend of anymore. I mean, maybe there's a couple outliers here and there, like the Gamma 11s and the Jordan 4 Black Cats, but those are outliers. So anything that's coming out like this, I don't know. I think I would hold off and save the money, and maybe Jordan Brand won't be so quick to increase these retail prices, because 215 is crazy. I mean, it seems like just yesterday 190 was like, this type of Jordan, that release was 190. Okay, 220 for like a True Blue 3 or a Jordan 4 Bread. We understood that, but these Jordan 9 Flints, these were shoes that were like 190. So to be 215 now it's a little ridiculous, and I think Nike and Jordan Brand are starting to feel it, and there's really no way around it. And I mean, they can make the shoes more limited, but I feel like they're not even producing that many pairs. The retail price is just that high. So yeah, these Flint Grays, they they dropped way more than I thought they would. Less than when these come out. These came out the 24th. So 3 days ago. 3 days ago these came out, and they're already 167. 167 when they were 215 retail. So those are going nowhere but down. 48 below retail price. Just wait on these. I'm going to wait. I have no choice, but I'm going to wait on these. What do we got next? All right, this one was a shoe I was very interested in. The Baklava, specializing in life, Action Bronson 1890 Cyborg Tears. I had my eyes on these. I really did. I watched. I kept getting on my phone, getting on my laptop, and just refreshing the page every couple hours. Like, did that size 12 size sell out? Did that size 12 sell out? And then I would go look at some of the other sizes. And from the jump, the only sizes that really sold out were like 13, 14, 15. Pretty much every other size was available. So super big sizes were selling out or were sold out right when they released. And other than that, everything was pretty much available for a full 24 hours, if not more. I like the shoe because I'm trying to not even trying. It's a fact. I'm getting more into New Balance and more runners. Jordans will always be my love. I will always wear Jordans more than any other brand, but I'm just mixing it up a little bit lately. And I've been going with the New Balances, and I probably picked up 5 or 6 pairs in 2025. Uh, but the thing about these 1890s, it's a new model. So I give Action and New Balance credit for trying something new. A lot of the shoes that are hot right now are, let's be honest, they're retros. Okay, sneaker of the year last year, a Jordan 4 retro. And it wasn't my sneaker of the year, but the consensus sneaker of the year last year was the Brick by Brick Jordan 4. Two hot Jordan retros right now. I'm redundant, but the Jordan 11 Gamma and the Jordan 4 Black Cat, all black Jordans retros. So we see different colorways of Jordan retros, and it sells every year, and I buy it every year, and we all buy it every year. But at the same time, it's nice to see something new, something different, trying something different, and that's what we got with these. Um, I do see the little bit of the Air Max Plus that people are talking about. They see a little similarities, but it's not. I don't think they like copied Nike. You know, very unique shoe, different layers and materials. I like the red bottom there on that absorb technology. Yeah, something I have my eyes on. Retail price I think was 190, and if I feel like Action's going to take this a hard way that they didn't sell out right away. Because he's proud of his work and he should be. But listen, man, these are fire. You shouldn't feel like your work isn't good just because it didn't sell out in 2026. That is just not the world we're living in right now. People got other things, other priorities, myself included. Stuff like this just isn't selling out anymore. So I think you did a good job, Action. Those are some nice ones. Those are another pair that I'm going to have on my list for when I can start copping shoes again. Um, okay. Honest thoughts on these Air Jordan 6 reverse infrared. I mean, looking at them, it's just too much. It's too much infrared. The 2019 pair, I think, is superior just because it's just a little hint of the red. Um, or maybe I'm just used to that 2019 color blocking. What really does it for me, I think I could probably get over this little infrared all the way at the bottom. In the medial side, it's not as much infrared, so I think that actually looks okay. But it's this. It's the red stitching. That's the deal breaker for me. These come out on Valentine's Day, um, All Star Weekend. This is the All Star Weekend retro. This is Jordan Brand's one of the biggest shoes they're pushing out. All Star Weekend is a huge event, huge sneaker release for them. I'm sure they're gonna get a lot of sales because again, Valentine's Day. I'm sure the ladies, the honeys, are gonna be picking these up for their men. Um, Even guys, giving a Valentine's Day to themselves that don't have a Valentine. So, but yeah, it's the red stitching that it does it for me. There was already too much red infrared at the bottom in comparison to the 2019 pair, and then when you double down with an all red stitching, um, yeah, it's. I think maybe if it was a white stitching or the black like the 2019 retro, they'd look better. But yeah, that's the deciding factor for me personally. That red stitching is a no go for me. Okay. Lastly, last topic of discussion as far as what I'm seeing, what's going on in the sneaker world. This is the Comme des Garçons rumored Jordan 11 collaboration, which would be the first ever Jordan 11 collaboration, which that's dope. I personally, I know Jordan, this is like his baby. You know, the Jordan 11 has to be one of his favorite models, if not his favorite. And he doesn't want people messing with it. And so, if you are going to do a collaboration, the first collaboration ever, and this is such a historical shoe, you don't want to make it look bad or have a Jordan 11 that it's just people are going to say they don't like or it's going to sit. You can't go wrong with making it all black, making it all white. You change it up a little bit with the white leather or making it leather instead of that mesh material and call it a day. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. I know a lot of people probably don't agree with this, that it's just too plain and simple. We pretty much already had this with the Jordan 11 Gammas, and then they had the cap and gown Jordan 11s that look similar to this. But I'm fine with it. Just nice and simple. And I do like that little touch. And again, the Comme des Garçons, hopefully I'm saying that right, but that is kind of how their collabs are anyway. They aren't too out of this world crazy. They keep it simple and subtle. And I like the little subtle touches of the leather upper and then this little embossed print here. So in my opinion, these are a go. Both pairs. I would probably rather have the white pair um, if I had a choice, you know. But that black pair is nice too. Uh, this, I will say, the patent leather on that black, it almost looks like a Sharpie. Like it looks a little too dull. And now that I'm looking at it, whereas the patent leather on here on the white, I think it looks a little better. Something looks off with this patent leather. It just doesn't look shiny enough. It looks like literally like someone took a Sharpie marker and colored it in. So, I mean, and look at the gum bottom. It's like almost identical to the Gamma Blues. So, not super creative, but I don't think that was the assignment. So, those are good. Those are good. I would take them in a heartbeat. But that's pretty much it for today. Again, 6 weeks, no cops for me. If you really know me, that is a long time. It's definitely not the longest I've gone. 6 weeks isn't that long. I've done 2, 3 months at a time without buying a shoe. Uh, a good amount of times, but I don't think I've ever done 5, 6 months. So I got my bachelor trip coming up in February. So, you know, all money's going towards golf rounds. So me and the boys are going to get out there, get some nice sunshine, and enjoy the course, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait. So, no shoes going towards that, or no shoes are being copped because my money's going towards, you know, the bachelor trip and you know, the good times on the beach and the golf course. So, really, there's nothing on the horizon though that like I feel like I have to have, and maybe I'm just changing my perception and my mindset because I know that I can't buy anything for the foreseeable future. But I mean, you know, I probably would have bought these Action Bronsons, but I didn't like have to have them right now, especially with the resale prices uh, in today's, you know, market. I'm probably gonna be able to get these for retail, if not cheaper, later on. I probably would have got these, but I probably would have waited anyway to get them cheaper. So the only shoe, and I like I said, I was passing on these on this 2026 pair because I have the 2019 pair. So I don't even really like the 2026 pair. It's not that different, but I would have to almost like them more, if not just as much as a 2019 pair for me to justify buying that shoe when I pretty much have it already. And then it doesn't even have the 3M, and that makes a difference. It really does. So The only shoe that like maybe like that I'm like, dang, I probably would want to get this on release day is the Toro Bravo Jordan 4. That comes out I think on May 2nd. Uh, so you know, and then on May 16th the Jordan 1 Low Band comes out, which is like right around the time where I'm probably going to start buying shoes again. That's like the day after my wedding, so probably won't get those the day after my wedding, but yeah, that Toro Bravo 4 comes out May 2nd. And I don't know how they'll do, but that seems like it could be a shoe that I would want to get for retail because it might cost $20-$30 over retail. If I get it on the secondary market. So I might just have to prepare for that because again, I'm not going to buy them on May 2nd. And then also Jordan 4s, like I said, the fatigue is coming. So whether we like it or we don't, you know, I don't know how many more pairs of Jordan 4s I need at this present moment in time. I went crazy with Jordan 1s around COVID, and I like them all, but at the same time, I kind of took a break on a good amount of them. I still wear them, but um, there's so many other models and stuff that I like to wear. So if I keep adding Jordan 4s to the collection, it could get to that point with the ones. I mean, I have over 20 pairs of ones. I don't think I have that many 4s, but all that's to say is, you know, the Toro Bravo is just another 4 that's coming out at this point. And we've gotten a lot of those. So we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. We'll see what the first official images look pretty good to me. Look like a must. But at the end of the day, I must wait because I ain't got the funds for it right now. So we're taking a break. I'm enjoying the break, but the break doesn't mean I still can't talk about what I'm probably one of the things I'm most passionate about is sneakers. So we'll continue to keep getting videos up. Side note, tough weekend. Tough weekend for me. Broncos lost. My boys lost in the AFC Championship game. And I don't even have the Bo Nix excuse. I'm not going to say, oh, if they had Bo Nix, they would have won because the reality of the situation is it took 10 years from the last time the Broncos were in that AFC Championship game to get back into it. So the way I see it is you got to capitalize on the opportunity. You got to go out there with the guys you got, and you got to find a way to win because you might get Bo Nix back, and uh, you think you might get back there, but you never know. So that's why it hurt, man. It hurt because it's like, dang, I waited 10 years. Last time we were there, I was a senior in college. I graduated that year, and so much has happened since then. So, sort of a pessimistic viewpoint, I guess, but it's just a reality viewpoint. Like I'm pretty optimistic, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you know, Broncos are gonna be back in that situation next year. I don't know. But that's football. That's why we enjoy, and that's sports. That's why we enjoy the winning because the losing it hurts. The losing hurts. So you best believe next time they win a Super Bowl, or any of my favorite teams win the championship, I am gonna live it up because you never know. So enough with all that. That is the pod for today. Appreciate it. Stay blessed and stay safe. Stay safe. I'm gone. Peace.